Hello, hello. Bl'Artagnan here with Dimensions End Tier 12 Reckoning. We got I guess it's an MtV challenge team featuring 8 Dorgann and Pinello. I don't know. This fight is they have some interesting ideas that they put into it, but I feel the execution was a little lacking. We'll talk about that. Before we get into it, be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the content and want to see more like it. We just passed 1,000 subscribers. We did it, dudes. Man, it feels good to end the year on a high note, I gotta say. Thank you for being a part of this journey. If you're new here, hey, join along. But anyway, what do we got going on with this team, this fight, this whole situation? I wanted to bring Dorgann because Dorgann's awesome and cool, and because of lockouts we don't get to use him as much as we'd like to at this point. And I brought 8 because this fight mostly has single target attacks. It's mostly single target HP attacks, with the exception of the force attack. So I figured I'd just, kill them before that became a problem. Besides, we have Dorgann to prevent that from being, from dealing damage with his EX. Pinello is here because I needed a white crystal character for one of the nodes, or crucibles, and she's apparently my only white crystal character that is FE30 and not locked somewhere. And the reason I wanted someone to be FE30 is because these guys charge their force gauge crazy fast. I think they get 3% on every action, which is actually kind of cool. Unfortunately, all their force time really does is just give them 2 turns of Eldnar-style turn warping, which could be cool, but thanks to 8, we get to dodge. Oh yeah, they also get massive Brave Regen, actually. That is kind of a problem, but that's what 8's here for. I forgot about that. So we're doing okay there. It was actually funny, at the very beginning of the video, I don't know if you noticed, Pinello hadn't had a chance to use any of her dances, so she didn't have her auras, and so everyone was hitting for like 100 damage. It was pretty bad. Kind of crazy that Pinello doesn't have some kind of buff start for one of her stances. It's I know she's the free skill at the start of her turns, but anyway, you see here, this is a bit of tech that I thought would be cute to use. We'll see if it ends up being cute to use, though. Anyway, yeah, so this fight, what's the deal? They have the single target attacks, right? There's some single target HP attacks. They get the big Brave Regen there, which can, obviously convert into some big HP damage, and they have the really fast force time. There are 2 main mechanics at play here, though. We're in the Dorgann force time now. One is that the enemy is unkillable above 50% health. I guess to prevent necroches. Once it gets below 50%, it will summon 2 identical twins to itself. And then you can finally kill it, and then you just kill all 3 of them. Because of this, it actually has very low health. We are chunking it pretty hard right now, and we'll continue to do so. The other mechanic, which I actually thought was kind of a nifty idea, is in addition to the really fast force time charge, the force time improves. The first force time is just a Brave attack. The second one is Brave HP. I think it also buffs the enemy. The third kills you. So if you let them get 3 force attacks, it kills you. And it has to be the same one of them that does it. So if you kill the middle one, and the side one does a force attack, it doesn't use the improved version until it's done its own force attacks. Which I guess is to motivate, it was, I think, a nifty way to try to sell, Seymour's gimmick of you want to you want to kill these guys fast, but they they keep coming back, and some will be at low health for Seymour's gimmick and all that. I thought it was a decent way to try to sell his gimmick, because it was a damage race, but in a staged way, so that if your damage was good, it wasn't actually a damage race. The problem was they have no health, and so they fall over. Also, no guaranteed hit, so 8 and Galluf and Edge just kind of poop all over them. Gross. So here we're trying to maximize our off-turn damage. Unfortunately, I really should have hit B with that, because I keep forgetting the Dorgann unbreaks. I thought I was being clever with who I was attacking there, but obviously it didn't work out well. Mono laser. Yeah, dodge that and punch that. Shoutouts to Mouse on the live stream for being the reason I blew an FE30 to 8, because he's my friend, and that's what friends do for friends. Also, it's pretty awesome, so he's pretty good in this iteration. There we go. First guy's down. Yeah, that's the entirety of the fight, mechanic-wise. They have some frame buffs. I think they get some HP damage resistance, which is kind of cool. One other interesting mechanic is if you hit them with the force weakness, which is actually, I think Seymour's the only one who could hit it off the top of my head. Maybe some goofy stuff with E-spheres. It's force attack, magic, or magic force attack with 3 debuffs, which is pretty intense. If you do that, cancel their force time, then it resets the build up on their force gauge, or not gauge, on the this different power level of the force attack, which is neat. Except, like I said, you kill them so fast that it doesn't matter. I mean, obviously, you have to be able to kill them fast, otherwise it would be pretty obnoxious. But the fact that they didn't even get their second force time here, and I'm not doing anything especially degenerate. I mean, yeah, Penelo gauge charged a bit, but like, this isn't even a very synergistic team. Oh, I forgot to mention, by the way, fun fact, Caius's Doom does not trigger Dorgann. At least the call didn't. I don't know if you noticed that. Maybe it's because he's not in the field. I don't actually know if... I assume regular Caius probably does, but his call, I thought I was being cute and techie and using Doom to get some extra breaks during force time. Didn't work out that way. It just kind of actually stole a break that 8 could have gotten. So, the more you know. If you watched this far into the video, then hey, that's some extra tech that you picked up that no one else has. Exclusive content. This is the kind of good shit you signed up for. Look at all these cool image classes. Anyway, yeah, we got the enemy boss turns. I figure this is good 8 music to play, you know? Figure if anyone martial arts who wears red punches dudes, seems pretty cool. Fitting, I guess it could have been my young music. Anyway, but you know me, overthinking music for a DFFOO video. There we go, and we're about to go into that good Dorgann second force time just to finish things off here. I'm sure if I'd used like different calls, things could have been even more efficient, but I was like, whatever. Going to like basically blind. I just read the boss description briefly, didn't analyze like the health or anything. Didn't realize they had like, what, 60 million health, I think, which I guess totals out to 180, which is pretty, par for the course right now, but for some reason it felt like nothing. Just kind of chewed through them. Yeah, I mean, 1.5 force times, or however many is, that's a reasonable number of force times to kill them in, I guess. I should maybe not be so critical. I guess just because 8 kind of cheesed the fight a little bit, it felt weaker than it maybe was, but I'm seeing a lot of wild teams. I know, Kaiser in the TCC Discord used a DFFOO Edge Lude team, which feels like something I should have thought of. So I'm glad someone did that. Well done, Kaiser. Rep that goal, Bez. But yeah, I just wanted to use Dorgann here, and bam, 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 bam. Here we go. Image slash plus. Finish him off. Shout out to Sensiete, by the way. If you haven't checked out that fella's channel, I've made a community post already about it, but good times. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed. This was... Oh yeah, I forgot my Mog Pass is done. I'm not renewing it until they give us more GL content, so sorry, Dorgann. Adios.